Sandwiched between Bad Taste and Dead Alive, Peter Jackson directed one of the most unmoral, non-politically correct Muppet-based cult films in the history of cinema, Meet the Feebles. Meet the Feebles harbors some of the most deranged, demented, and selfish characters ever portrayed by felt and wire-conducted metaphors that may or may not have been imagined by the late and legendary Jim Henson. For all I know, if Jim was around when Peter Jackson was in the middle of the production of this thing, he might have just left the set in complete disgust. Or he could have praised it for being the complete opposite of what his puppeteering has meant to so many families and children over the years up to that point. The stress-eating and suicidal hippo Heidi, the drug-addicted nom-vet who's an alligator, a gossip-spreading fly, a porn and sex-addicted rabbit, the homosexual sodomy-loving fox, and cheating heart walrus all come together to make this film a very special and unique experience that really only the bent out of shape mind of Peter Jackson could provide. At first glance, because of the Muppets, it looks like it would be a film for kids. That is not a good idea. When you have scenes like Heidi attempting to hang herself because she's overweight,
goodbye, life. Hello, death.
or the alligator from Nam shooting up because he's trying to forget. This is a flick that you could probably scar your kids for life from, or just tell them to get a sense of humor and move on. It's all up to you. Out of the three offerings Peter Jackson directed before his career blew up, Meet the Feebles is my least favorite. After sitting through this twice and trying to get something out of it, I just never felt any connection to the characters, their individual plights, or even the violence and gore. Nothing about this flick really works for me, but at the same time I can see why it has the solid cult fan base that it does. It's over the top, it's insane, and you will never see anything like this anywhere else. The final act of Meet the Feebles is really the best part of the whole film, and it kind of makes up for the rest you have to drag yourself through to get to it. Heidi ends up getting her hands on a 50 cal, and out of anger and frustration, she blasts pretty much everyone else in the cast into bloody gibs, which makes it more of a satisfying resolution when the credits start rolling than anything else that Peter Jackson could have possibly dreamed up. I've always really wanted to like the Meet the Feebles just as much as Bad Taste and Dead Alive, but for some reason I just can't. If Peter would have found a way to make this live action instead of with the Muppets, maybe I would accept it more, but then it wouldn't be Meet the Feebles either. It would be something completely different. I'm still pulling for you to direct Dead Alive 2, Peter Jackson. Your cult movie career was put to rest way too early. This intro is really bizarre and catchy.
Put your hands together for the Fabulous Feebles Variety Hour.
Meet the Feebles, meet the Feebles. We're not your average, ordinary people. Meet the Feebles, meet the Feebles.
Animal acts
And other attractions.
Some pussy will show you some action.
A contortionist.
And more than this,
A hippopotamus. On condition that he guaranteed to send you when you meet the Feebles. Meet the Feebles. We're not your average, ordinary people. Meet the Feebles. Meet the Feebles.
Damn, this rat is harsh.
All right, you fat slag, move your ass.
How dare you speak to me like that? You horrible, spiteful little rat!
I've heard better singing from a mongoose with throat cancer.
I won't stand for this treatment any longer. I'm an artist. I demand respect.
Artiste! That's a good one.
That's it.
I don't think I'll want cookies the same way ever again.
Oh, shit! I was just about to pop my cookies!
It's the Dirty Puppet Blues.
Funny little sandhopper basking in the sun, a dancing and a hopping, having lots of fun. A bit of sand landed in that hopper's eye, and the little sandhopper said, "My oh my, I got one leg missing. I got one leg missing.
I got one leg missing.
How do I get around? Shiny, shiny fishy in the ocean blue. I swam into a sewage pipe, poo, poo, poo. He said, I'm in the shit, I better take a dive. Stuck his head out of the water and began to dive. I got one leg missing. One leg missing. I got one leg missing. How do I get around? Alright!
There's even catfights in the Muppet world.
Heavens, Heidi, you haven't been exercising, have you? All that excess flab must put a terrible strain on your heart.
If you're referring to my muscle tone, it's never been better.
You must have awful trouble buying clothes. Still, at your age, I suppose you might as well let your figure go.
How dare you insult me? You cheap pussy!
You shuddering great herbivore! No wonder Blanche can't stand the sight of you!
You're lying! He loves me!
He detests you!
That's not true!
You bore him to tears and you're awfully big! It's me he wants! He can't get enough of me!
Liar!
If you weren't so stupid, you'd know where the captain of men were most!
You liar! You beats me! Beats me!
I just don't know what to say here.
Oh no, not the cold queen. I told you guys before. Stay out of my room. And stay out.
Flipping heck!
Oh, what am I gonna do now? It took me 6 months to train that lot.
Not a bad little meat patty.
There's Mutant League football and Mutant League hockey. What about Mutant League golf?
I thought I told you to wipe my clubs. Take that, you bastard! Oh, I'm on form today. It's a lovely course. I'm tempted to join the club myself.
No chance of that, I'm afraid, Cedric.
You mean they discriminate against Scots?
No, we just don't like assholes in the clubhouse.
Is this really stress eating? I mean, Heidi is a hippo. I'm surprised the line "whip my cream" wasn't used here.
Whip my cream!
A fly eating shit. Wow.
Vitamins. Care to join me for lunch? Carrots. It's not one of yours, is it, Harry?
You are sick!
No, Harry. I think you are. What you got? Give me the rundown on your symptoms.
I ain't got nothing, you shit-eating gun-hole!
Muppet Vietnam flashbacks, and the absurdity just keeps topping itself.
1968. Charlie had our backs against the wall. There were 6 of us. There were 5 of us. Every goat north of Saigon was drawing a bead on us.
I wasn't about to see my best buddy peppered with Charlie's lead.
With Meet the Feebles being the final entry into my trilogy celebrating the early works of the New Zealand cinema wizard Peter Jackson, there's only one thing left to say. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed going back and revisiting these early cult flicks that formed one of the directorial greats' careers into something magical and special that led him to direct one of the biggest film franchises of all time, Lord of the Rings. Even though those films are not my cup of tea, I honestly could never see anyone else ever directing them better or the way that he did, even if they were remade sometime in the future. Zits and Zombies, Peter Jackson is a fucking legend, and nothing will ever change that, whether you like any of these 3 pieces or not. I'll see you sometime soon, and the show must go on, even after getting blown away by a hippo with a .50 caliber.
Sodomy, you must think it very odd of me that I enjoy the act of sodomy. You might call the wrath of God on me, but if you tried it, then you might agree that you enjoy the act of sodomy. Don't worry if you feel ashamed, it's been around for years. Thousands more than can be named are interested in reels. Don't worry about hell, no harm will come to your soul. We're not all Pentecostal, but everybody's got an asshole.